All right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for clicking on the video. The Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection is coming out soon. It's just around the corner, and I am very, very excited for this. As many others in the Mortal Kombat community, and even those outside of the Mortal Kombat community, a lot of people are excited for this one. This is something we have wanted for a long time. The last collection they put together was 2011 Mortal Kombat Arcade Collection. It included Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and Ultimate 3. And while I enjoyed that one very much, played the hell out of it, still play it today, a lot of arcade purists weren't impressed. They weren't impressed with this one. So when this new Legacy Collection comes out, we all have high hopes. I mean, these next-gen consoles are capable of so much, and they're definitely capable of running these arcade ports and console ports perfectly, and so that's what I'm hoping for. When the trailer for this came out, there was a clip in the trailer which I used for the thumbnail. And while they're showing clips from all these console and arcade versions that are going to be included, there were 4 question marks. Now, what are those question marks? Obviously, got people talking, got people guessing, speculating, and that's what this video is going to cover. What my guess is for these 4 question marks, what I'm guessing they're going to include on this Legacy Collection. And I'm going to show some video footage or some gameplay, whatever, of the 4 games that I think these 4 question marks represent. So that's what this is. It's just going to be a fun little video. And while I don't know exactly what they're going to be, obviously, it is me guessing and speculating. So if you clicked on the video, I do appreciate it. That being said, you know what? Let's get right into it and leave some comments and let me know what you think the 4 question marks represent in this trailer for Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. Thank you very much for clicking on the video. I appreciate it. Let's get into some of that footage. All right, let's listen to this. So beautiful. So the first game that I think represents one of these question marks in the trailer for Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection is this beauty right here for the PlayStation 1. What am I talking about? Ladies and gentlemen, I am talking about Mortal Kombat Special Forces. Now, why do I think they're going to include this one? Let's watch the introduction to this game first. Midway. No, ladies and gentlemen, you are not on a psychedelic acid trip. This is Mortal Kombat Special Forces for the PlayStation 1. Such a bizarre game. Now, why do I think they're going to include this? Well, this is a game that really not many people have played. Until emulators and such came out. Back in the day, I barely saw this game. I barely had a desire to play this game. I could care less. And I feel, with the inclusion of Mortal Kombat Advance, they figured why not include this train wreck and give people a chance to play this and, come up with their own conclusion. Like that image right there looks like Hulk Hogan. I don't know who that's trying to be. Is that Jax? It looks like Hulk Hogan to me. We're gonna just briefly play it. This was a different style of game, but because it was on PlayStation 1, I think they will easily port it over to the next-gen consoles, and I believe this is one of the question marks, one of the games that they are going to include on the Legacy Collection. Why they would hold it back from letting people know, I don't know. I don't know why they would. But my guess is we are going to get this. Now, this was unlike any other Mortal Kombat game back in the day. I mean, it looks like Grand Theft Auto right there or something. But very bizarre. Kind of an open world, beat 'em up. And yeah, you know, even after visiting this game after so many years, because I never played it before either, not until within the last couple of years.
What's the problem, Gemini?
We have a breakout at the special.
And I gotta say, I'm not a fan. I'm gonna skip that just so you can see what the gameplay's like. If you haven't, I mean, if you have, you know what to expect. But this is Mortal Kombat Special Forces, and I believe this is definitely one of the inclusions on this disc. Recover and detain fugitives hiding out in an abandoned warehouse. All right, thank you. So you walk around like such. You can punch, high punch, low punch, high kick, low kick. You can block. You do have special moves if you hold the run button, but it's not run in this. These enemies take forever to beat. You gotta find stuff, and I believe that we are going to be so lucky. There you go. And get this gem in the Mortal Kombat Collection. There's a lot of exploring in this, and I will do a playthrough of this eventually. But you know what? I definitely got to be in the mood for this. Apparently, you don't even have to beat these enemies. As far as I know, I think Dwayne's beaten this a bunch of times on his channel and Headlock Gaming's channel. Look at how long it takes these enemies to die. Like, you know, and there are combos eventually. So there we go. We killed them, got some experience. Big freaking deal. Excellent. But this is what this game is, and I believe this is going to be on the collection. So get some combo. Yeah, you get combos. There's bosses. Boom, 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 boom. You do this over again. Yippee-ki-yay. This is Mortal Kombat Special Forces. All right, what is the next game that I believe is going to be included in this fantastic Legacy Collection? Let's pause this train wreck. Let's get into it. You know what? Let's hear that introduction again. Why not? All right, the second question mark in the trailer, Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. It's another PlayStation game that I believe they will include. If you know, you know. Ladies and gentlemen, Mortal Kombat Mythologies Sub-Zero. Now, I believe they're going to include this version. I don't believe they will include the Nintendo 64 version. If they do, that would be fantastic. But this is the version that you want to play regardless. It's the one that had all the cutscenes, the cool full-motion video cutscenes, and it was a little easier than the Nintendo 64 version. So let's check out the intro here. And this is the second game that I believe they're hiding from the public right now. It's a game that a lot of people remember hating, but I tell you, I didn't like it. But I didn't like it, but I love it. That's the thing.
Was devastated by a battle between the gods.
And I say that
It was a war between
because,
good
I don't know, it's got to be the nostalgia or something.
A war that would decide the fate of the world and plunge it into centuries.
Because it's not a great game, but it has a cult following, and I am a closet fan of this game.
Once again, only one mortal can stop it.
I am mortal. I am a thief and assassin. I am a Lin Kuei warrior. I am Sub-Zero. So there you have it. Sub-Zero Mythologies. Ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you all get a chance to play this and experience the madness that this game triggered in so many individuals who played it. We will briefly play just a little bit right here. This was infamous for being hard. It was infamous for having terrible controls. The full motion video was infamous. Like I said, you love it and you hate it at the same time. The one big issue that people had was the controls. The controls are very, very difficult. And look at that.
You will fail.
You will fail. All right. So you had to push a button to turn. That was the big thing. There you go. Turn. Now, it had all the moves, but you had to gain experience to earn the moves. Certain moves, you'd have enemies running up to you without even seeing them. That enemy there, I don't have ice yet. Played by Richard DeVizio, John Turk playing Sub-Zero. Very bad controls. Had to turn around, push the button to turn around. Now again, apparently if you just skip all the enemies, it's easier to play. You can run through, run over them. However, you do need your, yeah, very dark game too. You do need your special abilities to beat this game. But there are so many pitfalls and traps, which just made this an absolute pain in the arse. Enemies just waiting there. And again, this is normal, but you know what? We're only playing the, oh shoot. Yeah, we're only playing it for the, for very briefly. Sorry, you have your moves at the bottom there. You gain experience to, you know, to gain moves and such. But this is it. And then like this part here, if you jump off, you die. So you just edge yourself forward, briefly jump. Ah, and there, you're okay. You hit that checkpoint, you're good to go. I think everybody needs to play this though. And I think that because, I mean, you see a lot of people freak out while playing this game. And if you don't know why or you've never played it, you need to find out for yourself. Like, look at that. Attacking an enemy. Ooh, that was good actually. To get those to drop, you do a sweep and it'll drop and then you can run through it. But there was a lot wrong with this game. At the same time, I felt there was enough in it that kept you interested just to see what's next, kind of thing. Look at that. Oh, I do have ice now. Which is great. You know, you don't even start off with ice. You got to beat a couple enemies first before you get that ice. And I believe we fight Scorpion here. So you know what? Let's use some of this. Let's just finish our battle with Scorpion first. All right, can I just friggin' use it? There we go. Oh, that didn't do anything. There we go. Double herb so that we can beat Scorpion, because there is a finishing move in this. I'm going to show you that. But if you spare Sub-Zero's life... Fight! You can't even hear what the frig he's saying. Oops. But I will finish him, because we're not playing the entirety of this game. This match right here, this one-on-one battle is very, very underwhelming. Your 5-hit combo is still included. Does 11 experience, 6 hit gives you 13. So doing the 6-hitter in this is definitely better. You know what? Let's give ourselves a herb. I'm just going to use those right now just because. And again, you have to turn yourself around every time you jump over the enemy. What a pain in the ass. Anyways, second question mark. This is it. Oh, gotta turn. It's so ridiculous. So are you excited about this one? There we go. Fatality. If you don't finish him, the game plays differently. Sorry, a cutscene is different later on in the game. But there you have it. Sub-Zero Mythologies. This is the second question mark. As far as I'm concerned, what is the third? All right, once again, for the Sony PlayStation 1. The third question mark. And my third guess for one of the 4 extra games. Mortal Kombat Trilogy, ladies and gentlemen, the PlayStation 1 version. Now, the PlayStation 1 and the Nintendo 64 were the versions that I felt were most popular back in the day. While this game was on the Game.com, I believe, the Tiger Electronics handheld. And this game was also on the Sega Saturn, as well as the PC, I believe. PlayStation 1 and the N64 versions were the most popular. Therefore, I believe that they're going to include the trilogy for the PlayStation 1. Now, this game also was different from the Nintendo 64 version, which is why I believe they will include... Actually, I don't want to get ahead of myself yet. So here we go. Let's just take a look at this one first. All right. Like I said, a lot of people favored this one over the N64. A lot of people favored the N64 over this one. There were reasons for that. First things first. This version had better music, way better music, because it was CD based. And because of that, they did right by the music. Now this one has all 4 bosses included at the bottom, in which case the N64 version doesn't. This one had bonus versions of, Raiden Kung Lao, Kano, and who was the last one? There's one more, I believe. Raiden. I'm having a huge brain fart here, but regardless, anyways. This version here, let's just use Kamal. Aside from the loading, it played very, very well.
Choose your destiny. Excellent.
And that's why I believe, because Trilogy 2, Trilogy is just like the original arcade games. It plays the same as them, basically, the Ultimate MK3, and it was a huge fan favorite. Ridiculously popular. It was never in the arcade, but it very well could have been. And because... that, beautiful, plays fantastic. Because it could have been in the arcade, that's why I believe this is going to be included, and I believe there will be online for this, and we will finally get to play Trilogy against others online. It's going to be a lot of fun. And this might even end up being one of the most played games when the time comes, because Trilogy is fantastic. Now, are they going to get rid of the load times for the next-gen consoles? Hopefully. I think that would be a fantastic thing if they do. Get rid of those load times, have it online. This version will be fantastic. It is slightly different from the N64 version, however, but I believe that this is going to be included on the Legacy Collection, along with the other 2 that I had mentioned previously. Let's play one more match, and then take a look at what the 4th game is going to be, I believe, to be included in the Legacy Collection. A little bit of a slowdown there, the aggressor. I was never a fan of aggressor.
Cabal wins.
Very cool.
Flawless victory. Fight.
Awesome. This game plays fantastic too. So when the time comes, you're gonna love it. Get over here! I love the background here, how they replaced Shang Fun with Shao Kahn there. There we go, scare him to death. Even the load times on fatalities, it's not bad. It's not bad at all.
Cabal wins. Fatality.
You still hear his soul running away. All right, so there you have it. The 3rd question mark. As far as I speculate and believe, I believe this is going to be included. What's the 4th question mark? Let's take a look. Buzz. All right, so the fourth question mark, in my belief, is going to be Mortal Kombat Trilogy for the N64. So 2 versions of MK Trilogy. Why do I think that? Why do I think that? Let's get into some gameplay here. I'll tell you why. Let's choose stage. All right, the reason that I think that they're going to include this version as well as the PlayStation version is because the fans are so divided on this game, on which one they like better. I think half the community prefers the N64, and half of the community prefers the PlayStation 1 version. So I just think they're going to include both versions, and I believe both versions are going to be playable online. I hope so. This is a level that was created just for the N64. Now, now this version also includes 3-on-3. As you can see, the character select screen, there were a few less characters to use. But this version actually runs faster than the PlayStation. The music's different. Music's kind of whack, to be honest. It's very tiny. You can hear. Here we go. Still drop the cab on him. But this version played slightly faster. I believe it played slightly faster. I could be wrong about that. I do know that just from playing it myself, it does feel faster than the PlayStation version. There was no loading in this one, cartridge-based, so if they were to include this, there would obviously be no loading. But I just think that, yeah, I think that it's going to be this. Now, a lot of people, and even myself for a while there, was thinking that they would include Mortal Kombat Gold for the Dreamcast. However, I don't think they are. I think they're only going to include the arcade version of Mortal Kombat 4, because it's the first time that it's been released on any home platform, the arcade version, and it'll be the first time that it's available online. So I think they're just going to focus on that one version. And how hard this is already. Is that ridiculous or what? Not even, you know, focusing on any of the exploits here. Jesus. This one was very hard. If they do put it on the collection, then good luck. Good luck if you're playing against the friggin' computer. It's pretty darn hard. Anyways, I believe this is going to be the fourth question mark. When it comes to, you know, MK Gold, like I said, there's a couple other versions, home console versions and such. People are speculating about the Shaolin Monks. They're, you know, hoping for Shaolin Monks. What else? There's a couple other, the 3D Air games. I believe that's going to be on a Legacy 2 collection. And I believe that's gonna be what happens with this. I do believe the 2 versions of Trilogy, and like I said, these ones are the most popular, more popular than the computer version. And what else? Oh, the Sega Saturn version. I just don't see any reason for them to add that version. Holy crap! This one is so stinking hard, it's ridiculous. Of course, I'm talking right now, not really paying attention. Just showing off some of the fine gameplay for the N64. See if I can finish here with a friggin' win at least. Jesus. Alright, we got our ass handed to us again. And a brutality. You know what? I'm really not that bad at this game, so let's quickly do another match, and I'm going to win. I wasn't paying attention or overly focusing there. Let's do it with Shiva. Let's win this match and then conclude the video. I am at your control. Oh, look at the screen flickering a bit there. Come on. So yes, there is a, holy Jesus, there is a trick to use. There we go. Motaro in this one. Holy shit, I don't remember it being this. Actually, no, I do remember it. N64 was always the most difficult version of MK Trilogy. I've done a few videos on this and I've gotten very, very frustrated. When this does come out, there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, have fun. This one is insanely hard. This one will be a lot better to play too with the modern controllers. All right. There you have it. Screw it. We're not going to win one. I don't care. We are just showing off the. We're just showing off a little bit of the gameplay. And obviously, it looks better. It'll look better in HD. This is on the CRT, and you can see it doesn't capture it as well as it as we would hope. But there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. My guess for the 4 question marks in that trailer for the Legacy Collection. If you watched the video, I do appreciate it. Thank you very much, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day.